Viva hot, keep my heater cocked. Compact conceal well, you can't see the Glock. I'm in the Great Street Watch at the busy lot. I see a op, messy scene, they gon' need a mop. Heard he changed hood 5 times, he should be a cop. I lean on rock, no Diddy, I don't drink some rock. On my 103rd, Jordan down Crips with the static in my 5 deuce. Pillow bitch of bloods, get it bracket. Anybody this my gang getting popped in the face. Get the drop where you living since, shots where you stay. Rest in peace, my dead homies, I got Glock on my waist. Not from Great, but GIP takey and Mafia rape.
My main bitch a murderer, my side bitch don't speak English. Only reason I pop purse cause I'm trying to fight all my demons. In the county high power, I bet you that's how I'm leaving. I just drunk a whole pint so my granny don't think I'm breathing. My main bitch a murderer, my side bitch don't speak English. Only reason I pop purse cause I'm trying to fight all my demons. In the county high power, I bet you that's how I'm leaving. I just drunk a whole pint so my granny don't think.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Young Woo back with another On The Block reaction here on The Block News. Y'all know what to do. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, man. Not later, but right now. Listen. Also, go ahead, hit that hype button. Let's push this shit to the algorithm and put it in their faces, man. We back with another respectable rants video. I like to call them reliable rants because you can trust this information. You feel what I'm saying? But the title of this one, Tiny Hoodsta Foots, aka X4 Big Brother, prison sentence, and how his Cody put 4 extra on. You feel me? Tiny Hoodsta Foots. I'm not sure if I watched this story yet, but just on a camera angle of how the video start, it looked like a high speed. You feel me? The 40s is known for one time going on a high speed pursuit, and they went back to the 40s. They was throwing money out the window in their hood. That shit happened in the Pueblos too. I wish I had the video to see where the homies came to the hood throwing out money and shit, like making the news type shit. You feel me? But listen, we finna get this shit going, find out who Tiny Hoodsta Foots is, man. Let's get it.
Going northbound now. Northbound Vermont. Hold that. Coming back westbound. Throwing money out. Eastbound. Eastbound. Come around left. Come around left. Back westbound. Throwing money out.
I said my brothers was right there. I looked up to my brothers. I wanted to do whatever my brother do. I was banging the sack. I was a local in the set. I wanted to be from the set. Just like when they went to jail, cuz that's when I snuck and got put on. Cause they was out and they kept blocking it.
Hands are out. Okay, it looks like they're giving it up. They're going to pull them out. Very dangerous situation here. Not sure if they know, that's all I got, to know if they are armed or not, but Sheriff loading them up into the vehicles right now.
Today's video is going to be about Tiny Hoodsta Foots from the Rollin 40s, aka X4's big brother. We're going to break down why they would give him 39 years in prison and how his co-defendant Tiny Clown was the one that put 4 extra on. But let's get right into it. On September 12th of 2012, at about 10 in the morning, 3 men would enter a Bank of America in a shopping center in Canyon Country. The first 2 men that entered the bank would jump over the teller counter, and the third man, who was identified as Mosley, aka Tiny Hoodsta Foots, stayed in the bank lobby. Tiny Hoodsta Foots would then point the gun around the lobby and tell everybody to get down on the ground. The other 2 robbers would then run back and forth between tellers, telling them to give them the cash or they'll be shot. And while doing that, one of the robbers would grab a stack of $20 bills that had a tracking device in the strap. And one of the bank tellers would try to activate the safety duress code. One of the robbers would then see him, grab him, and bring him back to the station, where he would demand him to open up a safety deposit box. The second robber would then take all the cash, but while doing that,
seeing these bank robberies, that'd be the main reason why niggas get caught. First of all, they got specific serial numbers on top of that, and these stacks of cash that you might just be grabbing real fast. You might not see they got little bitty tracking devices. And I think some of the bills, they be having, like, once the alarm go off or something, like once the alarm is hit, it like some ink or some shit fuck up the bills, if I'm not mistaken. I never hit a lick on no bank robbery shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't do crime. I ain't never did a thing. I ain't never did nothing in the streets, you know what I'm saying? I ain't did nothing. Can't tell it nothing, but I heard it's tracking devices and there's some shit that if the alarm go off or something, it'll fuck up the bills to where you don't want that money no more. So I think that's probably why niggas throw the money out, cause maybe a motherfucker might in the hood could get that money and maybe go, utilize it somewhere if it worked for him. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Or make the news, so at least we go viral. So at least, with us robbing banks, we got guns and shit. We armed and dangerous. At least while the bird out, we doing all this shit and we got our hands raised, maybe they won't shoot us and kill us. So let's go back to the hood, because if they do shoot us and kill us, at least we'll die in the hood. A lot of niggas want to die in their hood, my nigga. A lot of niggas like, I grew up here, I was born here, I'm gonna die here. Fuck that, I don't want to die in the hood. Nigga, place me in a mansion, nigga, with the millions, nigga. Fuck a nigga mean, but listen, gonna get this shit back going. Let's get it.
He would notice a tracking device and he would throw it back into the counter, which lets you know this probably wasn't his first time and he had more experience than the first dude. The whole robbery took about 2 to 3 minutes, and they would run out with almost $24,000 in cash. In tiny foots, he would take a cell phone from one of the customers. They would all then run out of the bank and jump into a black Honda. However, there was a bank customer named John Springer that was in the parking lot, and he would see the whole thing, and he would see the Rollin 40 members speed away. That's when he would decide to follow them. They would then pull into a parking lot where he would lose sight of the Honda for a couple of seconds. He would then see it parked in the alleyway behind the shopping center with all the doors open and no one inside. But when he returned to the front of the shopping center, he would see a black Volvo SUV leaving, and he would follow it off a gut feeling. They would then approach a red light and stop. And the witness, who was Springer, would pull up on the side of them, and he would look into the vehicle. He would then see Eli driving, but he couldn't see into the back because the windows were tinted. The witness would then drive back to the bank and tell law enforcement everything he just saw. And there was also another witness in the shopping center that seen them switch vehicles. They would then write down the license plate number and give it to law enforcement. They would then be spotted on the freeway and police would give chase. They would then take an off-ramp and somebody would jump out the vehicle, who later turned out to be Collins, who would be Tiny Clown. They would then re-enter the freeway at a high rate of speed, and they would take another exit, and this time, another person would jump out the vehicle and run down the embankment. They would see somebody running, holding onto his waistband, and they would assume he had a possible firearm. The vehicle would then take off again, but this time it was just Tiny Hoodsta and the driver in the vehicle. They would then turn onto the 110 freeway and take the downtown exit. They would then make their way onto Vermont Ave, and once they passed Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, they would start throwing money out the vehicle. And once they reached the Rollin 40 territory, they would circle.
Man, set it off in real life, nigga. My mama, Queen Latifah, what she do? She let everybody out the car. They grab a bag. You got some money, you got some money, you got some money. You feel me? The only thing is, these niggas did not take it as far as letting the police kill they motherfucking ass. You feel me? They was a little bit smarter. But it's the same situation. That's why I set it off. It's gonna always be an LA classic, because this motherfuckers from the hood. We really think about this shit. I need some money on my mom. Damn, a nigga need a lick or something. Fuck. Nigga need some money right now. Hey, my nigga, hey, you trying to run up in this bank real quick, my nigga? Oh, my mama, nigga need a check right now. Feel me? Oh, my mama, let's run up in there. Nigga, take this. Nigga, take everything. But to me, 4 niggas, $24,000 lick. Each person gets 6 bands. It ain't worth it for me. Fuck that. Motherfucker, make that in 2 months. Just take your ass to work. You can get 6. You can get 6 bands going to work, not looking at over your shoulder, being under the radar. You ain't gotta make the news to do it. Kids, stay out the streets. It ain't what you think. You feel me? When shit like this go on, the hood celebrate you for it though. The hood go crazy. The homie on the news. The homie out there throwing money. The homie came to the hood. That nigga was throwing hundreds. The homies just broke to the hood. That's gangster as fuck. Niggas be turned up about that. You feel me? We praise the wrong shit in the hood. You know what I'm saying? And with doing that, it constantly keeps the cycle going. You feel what I'm saying? And plus, poverty-stricken areas, we need money. So if we not in a position to get the money the right way legally, eventually somebody gonna find a way to get it illegally. It's just nature, you feel me? Human nature. But we finna get this shit back going. Let's get it.
About 10 to 15 times more, and they would start to throw cash out the window. The vehicle was then forced to stop once a big truck purposely cut them off and wouldn't let them pass through the traffic. And after a 47-minute chase, they would arrest Tiny Hoodsta and the driver. And don't forget that Tiny Clown and the other robber jumped out the vehicle at different times. And they would catch Tiny Clown in someone's backyard 10 minutes after he jumped out the vehicle. But as you can see in red, the robbery suspect that jumped out after Tiny Clown was never caught and he got away. They would then search the black Honda that they left in the shopping plaza, and they would find a 5-gallon bucket lined with a trash bag, as well as 2 fluorescent jackets used for construction. And they would also find 2 cell phones, one of them belonging to the bank customer that was robbed. And the robbery detective would say that the 5-gallon bucket with a little bit of water in it would be used so that way they can submerge tracking devices. And the black Honda was reported stolen out of 42nd Street, which would be in the heart of the Rollin 40s. And even though they were caught red-handed, police would still collect 10 items from both of the vehicles and do a DNA analysis on them. And the black nylon that they found would come back to Tiny Hoodsta Foots as a possible contributor. And the DNA from one of the shoes that were found would come back to Tiny Clown as a major contributor. And as you can see right here, Tiny Hoodsta Foots would be Mosley, and Tiny Clown would be Collins. And the crazy part is, Tiny Clown was arrested in 2010, 2 years before this, for another bank robbery, as you can see on March 5th of 2010. But Tiny Hoodsta Foots and Tiny Clown would be hit with 4 counts of robbery and 1 count of kidnapping. And the driver was also charged with the same exact counts, but they would add fleeing police officers and taking a vehicle without consent. They would then all sit in the county jail for exactly a year, and then they would start trial on September 9th of 2013. Eli, who was the driver, would testify on his own behalf, and he would say on September 12th of 2012, he was 29 years old at the time.
It seemed like a common occurrence, you know, for niggas to switch vehicles during robberies. Like I said, set it off for real life, man. And when the police get there, nigga, that vehicle is empty. Nigga, doors all open. Feel me? But what it sound like, it seemed like Rap News Street Politics may have did a video on him where he was talking about somebody in the Beverly Hills area. They switch cars and somebody seen them jump out and switch cars and shit. So I think maybe Rap News Street Politics probably did like a story on them. I'm not sure if I reacted to it, but you feel me? Kids, 6 bands each, it's not worth it. Like I said, take your ass to work. My mom, you ain't even gotta show your face. You could go skeeze it up. Fuck it, keep that thing on. You just leave it in the car. Don't let nobody know about it and skeezy up at work. You feel what I'm saying? But listen, we finna get this shit back going. Relax. Yeah.
And he lived in Carson. He would say he met somebody prior to that day named Timothy, who was also known as Red, and he met Red through a close friend. He would say that Red asked him if he wanted to make $50 to pick somebody up about an hour away, and he would agree. Eli would also testify that on the day of September 12th of 2012, he drove his vehicle to 45th Street and Vermont Ave to meet Red. He would then say he left his vehicle behind and drove the Volvo that was provided by Red. Red said Eli, who was the driver, was to pick up his cousin in Santa Clarita. He would say that he arrived at the shopping center at 10 a.m. and waited for Red's cousin. After about 10 minutes, the black Honda would pull up on the side of him. He would then say that 3 people hopped in the back seat of his Volvo with a black bag, and one of them was Tiny Hoodsta Foots. He would also say that he was unaware of the robbery that just took place at Bank of America. He said he was attempting to pull over, but he was scared once he looked back and seen the bag full of money, and that Tiny Hoodsta Foots told him to keep driving and that he was going to jump out soon. He would also say that while they were on the 110 freeway, he told Tiny Hoodsta Foots that the news helicopter is following them, and he would say that Tiny Hoodsta Foots replied and said good, and said he was going to throw the money out to create a crowd, so that way police wouldn't shoot them. But he would say that he never saw Tiny Hoodsta Foots with a gun, and no one ever threatened him. But on January 31st of 2014, Tiny Hoodsta Foots and Tiny
If you call somebody to pick you up and you don't tell them you're doing a crime, just like what's that nigga named Queso Dad, had his homies picked him up. Well, the dad picked up the homies, they didn't tell them, they just came on a mission and they got wrapped up in some shit. So you can assume a nigga gonna tell in a situation like that, you know what I'm saying? I pray I'm never in a situation like that. Like, nigga, don't call me to pick your ass up, then you better call that bitch. Nigga, call your mama, nigga. Oh, my mama, call your daddy, nigga. Call your brothers. Let me be the last motherfucker you call after you complete a mission. Don't call me at all, my nigga. You said, hey, what you just came from doing? If you sweating, you looking all spooked, bro, you better get the fuck up out my car, nigga. Everybody get me for conspiracy, nigga, after the fact, nigga. Aiding in the bed, nigga, to a suspect fleeing a scene of a murder. Nigga, hell no, or a robbery. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can assume they're gonna tell, but you feel me? Tiny Hoodsta Foots, he handled himself well. the most gangster part of the story is the nigga who jumped out and got away. He got away and ain't nobody told on him. That's dope. That's gangster as fuck. He did something right. He did something right, and he chose to do the crime with the right people, because though they got caught, they ain't tell on him. So that's some solid shit. You gotta have discernment in these streets, man. Listen, we finna get this shit back going. Let's get it.
Clown would be found guilty on all robbery counts, but they would have the kidnapping dismissed. And as you can see right here, the third suspect, who was the driver, would be acquitted on all counts that same exact day. And as for the fourth suspect that jumped out after Tiny Clown, they still never found him, and he remains at large. But now let's break down their sentencing. We're gonna start off with Tiny Hoodsta first. As for count 1, he would get a total of 33 years. Count 2, he would get 4 years to run consecutive. Count 3, same thing, 4 years to run consecutive. Count 4, same thing. And then the last count, another 4 years, for a total of 39 years. And he's eligible for parole in September of 2026. Now let's break down Tiny Clown's sentence. He would get 45 years for count 1. Count 2, he would get 5 years. Count 3, he would get another 5 years. Count 4, he would get another 5 years. And then the last count, he would get 9 years, for a total of 69 years. But now we're gonna break down the proof that Tiny Clown is the one that put 4 extras on Rollin 40s.
Big 4 extras tapped in with me. The message went along the lines of basically, hey homie, I seen your comment, Terry, and that's false. 4 extras did get put on 40s, and he named the guys he got put on 40s by. He named, I want to say Tiny Clown, I want to say Baby KS, and I'm not sure if T-Rock, not sure. But I know Clown and Baby KS, rest in peace, was for sure 2 of the names that...
Now, as you just heard Young Ant say right there, Big 4 extras would tap in with him and say that 4 extras did get put on. In that Tiny Clown, and KS was part of his put on. And as you can see right there, on his arm he would have an ODS tattoo, which stands for the dark side. But that right there would be the story of Tiny Hoodsta and Tiny Clown.
But listen, man, there you have it, man. Tiny Hoodsta, aka X4 Big Brother, prison sentence, and how his Cody put 4 extra on. Kids stay out the streets. Them niggas got 45, 55 years for a $23,000 lick to split 4 ways. They ain't even get that. Throw the money in the air at no strippers or whatever the fuck they was planning on doing with $6,000 each, $5,500 each, $5,700 each. Feel me? It's not worth it. Niggas got 39 years for 6 bands and ain't even get to spend. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, man. Not later, but right now. My name is Young Woo. This is On the Block News.
In the trenches, I be posted in. I'm the one report the news when the homies spin. How my niggas knock them down like bowling pins. Every time we been the block, we just wanna go again. Go, don't fuck around, get your block bent. Popping hot shit, I turn him to some content. He yellow tape the scene with no shame, he was blocked in. Did his thing, feel the scene when the shots in. Hoes giving lows, I don't trust them bitches, drop pins. Don't know what they be thinking, but bitch clearly I am not him. Could've been him, but it was him. Nigga, I be out the way, it's okay, I been locked in. My niggas is not rappers, Glock blasters. He think I'm just a podcaster. Head snatchers might let me off some shots after. Been a block like Ghostbusters. He got Casper. Pop it on the net, but he not gon' slide. Anything they say about me getting monetized. I see some shit, I think I'm traumatized. Robberies, nigga, homicides. If somebody play with me, I'ma put them on the news. If I get caught with this pistol, they gon' put me up in blues. If my eye catch me lacking, gon' get brackin' with his tool. Know the odds against me, but I'm still packing, I'm no fool. I was present on the block, still went absent up in school. I know niggas want me dead, but be acting like we cool. Gotta recognize all of the facts when they true. Since the past been that dude, I need stacks of the blues. If I can get it now, fuck later, nigga, why wait? Quick to take a risk, like a gamble in this high stakes. No trust for a bitch, I can never do a blind date. Vigilant and militant, niggas die at high rates. I just wanna fly the states. Take a flight with foreign whip that I'm trying to raise. Stacking bread for the lawyer in case I gotta fight a case. I don't even sleep. I've been on the grind night to day. Like to play the field, it get boring on the block. That shit turn you to a shooter. You just wanna score a shot. Gotta be aware, they'll try to lure you to a plot. Got so many people hating, but I'm sure not gonna stop. No, making soda, I'm the purest in the pot. Don't make me crash out and send shooters to your spot. Cause they ready, nigga. And I'm still posted in the projects. Tryna smut my name, take my posters out of context. Who can hit the hardest? These niggas think it's a contest. Niggas not threats, they ain't never left a block wet. Get it how I live, I clock checks. I ain't rich yet, bitch, it's a process. Burner in the backpack, looking like a school dude. Catch a body today, then watch story on YouTube. Better watch your mouth, I ain't talking how you chew food. Turn you to some content on the block news crew. Second Streeters on the block news crew. Better watch your mouth, I ain't talking how you chew food. I turn you to some content on YouTube. Goodbye, nigga, you lose.